So I shot this bear on Tuesday, and the Saturday night right before, my girlfriend and her parents, we all went out to dinner, and she was like, man, it would be badass if we got a bear rug. And I was like, really? Like you actually want a bear rug? And she goes, yeah, like it'd be so cool to be able to have one. And I'm like, okay. So I went on and then made sure I had my early season bear tag and confirmed it. And meanwhile, I'd just gotten this picture of this big bear that came by one of the cameras, and I was showing it to her parents, and they were asking questions and everything. And so I'm like, okay, so I guess if I see a bear, I guess I'm shooting one. I've never shot a bear in my life.
Sleep with the lights on, I'm coming heavy with the fights on. I'm hunting, till you're gone. Save your last breath, cause you don't need it. Devil's gonna grab what he pleases.
I'm gonna give him a couple hours, then probably get down and see what's going on.
Can save you, you better run.
Come Tuesday, I woke up and planning to do some to go out deer hunting in my stand that I've been trying to get after this buck, and get up there early. And 7 o'clock rolls around, all of a sudden I hear something, I look over and I see a deer coming up, and I'm like, okay, here we go. And it turns out to be a doe. And she starts slowly walking past me around 70 yards, and I reach for my can. I'm trying to like roll it, I'm trying to grunt, do whatever to try to get her to turn, because she's just walking right past and nothing. She kept on going, and I'm looking her way, and I'm like, oh man. I turn around. And right as I turned around, I just see this massive bear head coming right at me. And I'm like, holy smokes. And I'm like, yep, that is the bear that we're going to be taking a shot at. And I grab my bow, and it just, everything happened so quickly. What just happened? Like, just everything from that Saturday until that shot, it was just like almost like meant to be.
Hey, I just hit a big bear. Yeah. It sounded like I hit the front shoulder, but he definitely was running weird. He was not, like, I could watch him running. I'm gonna definitely want to give him a couple hours.
I had just ranged all my areas of all my shooting lanes, and I had just hit this one shooting lane in that he was walking right up the path to, and he got to right where I just ranged, and I don't know, it just happened to be that he stopped right where I ranged. He turned broadside. I'm like, yep, there's my shot. He's giving it to me. So I immediately pulled back and just let one rip. And I felt really confident with it, felt confident with the shot. And he took off. And I was like, I just like didn't even have time to think about it. And he took off running. And I just took a big, deep breath about like 30 seconds after. And I just thought about it. I'm like, wow, I guess we're actually going to be getting a bear rug. And I was kind of chuckling to myself. I'm like, holy smokes, that was a big bear. I didn't know how big because I had nothing to compare it to, but I knew that he was one that I was not about to pass up. I ended up calling Joey and Brooke, and I'm like, okay, I made a good shot. Let's check it out. Let's go in and see if we can find this thing. And being early season, we could bring a rifle in, so just to make sure grabbed a rifle and got onto his blood trail and walked in.
What's up?
No. What's going on? Nick's coming.
Mm-hmm. Anything to get out of work.
Yeah. Want to go find a bear?
Yeah, I do. Do you want to look at the footage? We have the laptop if you want to look at the footage.
Yeah. If you want
to do that?
Yeah, we can.
Put it on the tailgate. Take a look.
Oh, you hit that thing hard. Looks like I can see blood coming.
And I could see him over here afterwards, and it looked like he was just mingling around over here.
So you didn't walk that direction at all?
No. He came over up into here.
Mm-hmm. Did you look right where you hit?
No, I didn't even walk over there.
Okay.
Because where I last saw him, he was mingling around. He would have been able to like see me right there, and I didn't even want to go over there and mess with it. So
Okay, well, let's go take a look.
yeah. Banana peel?
You were watching a doe?
Yeah.
Watching a doe? Bear?
Yeah.
All of a sudden,
I
that
was
bear
like, I
came-
was looking, I was watching her. I was like trying to get her to come over, and she had just gone past, and I was like staring, looking around, making sure there's nothing else. And I turn around, and he is like coming straight at me. I'm like, holy! And I had grabbed my bow, and I turned like this. And by the time I got all set, he was 20 yards and turned broadside. And I like, luckily, was able to get everything on film like quick enough. And he turned broadside. I'm like, yeah, that's a big bear. I just pulled back and let one fly.
Looked pretty good size in the film.
He looked like he was a good sized bear. Yeah, yeah, I thought so.
All right, lead the way.
Let's do it. Looks like there are some bubbles. Could have got a little one. Joey, this looks like it might be on both sides, actually. He's on this side and this side. Yeah. Let's just keep an eye out right in front of us, just in case. Pretty good. Wow. And right where I hit him, you could immediately see blood. So I knew, definitely confirmed, good shot. So then we just started tracking him and got down to where the arrow came out.
You got wicked good penetration.
Yep. Yep.
I'll put it in the thing.
As the arrow came out, it was like, yep, this bear is not going to be that far. And sure enough, it was like probably 40, 50 yards from there, and there he lay. He's right here. He's right here. He's right here. good. Woo. Oh yeah, baby. That is sweet. Looks like a pretty good bear, huh?
That's a beauty.
Definitely a male.
Oh my God.
Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, it was just, I mean, unbelievable creature, really. And yeah, like I said, never shot a bear before, and it was just an experience that I've never had before, so it was really cool. And when we got up to it, Joey goes, all right, like flip him over, let's put him up on this rock. And so I grab a hold of him and I try to put as much effort as I could, and he didn't budge, and Joey just starts chuckling. He goes, what's the matter? You can't move it? And I was like, no, I can't. I cannot move this thing. I'm putting as much effort as I can. And he goes, yep, that's a big bear. And so we ended up, it took 3 of us just to roll him over and get him up on top of this rock. It's big.
We got a world record bear here. We got a world record bear.
Grab that.
So you pull 1, 2, 3, go.
Oh my God, Dustin.
He is huge.
Oh, look at that. Oh my God. See, it's bigger when he's not upside down.
I'm gonna guess. Oh my goodness.
That arrow all right through him, didn't it? Because it hit him on that side. That's a big bear.
He's got to be well over 300.
I thought so when I turned around. I'm like, holy shit,
That's
that's a
a
big bear.
300.
Yeah. And when we got him up on top of this rock, I think that's when we realized how big of a bear this actually was. And come to, find out afterwards, able to field dress him there and take a bunch of pictures and everything, which is just the, impressive part with this creature. Just, the head on it, the paws, everything about it. It's just, massive.
There we go, 375.
375?
375 pounds.
I knew he was over 350.
Yeah. 370.
And yeah, just dragging. Luckily there happened to be a road, that we could drag downhill, not even where I was parked, but down to. It was probably about 200 yards, and it took all 3 of us to be able to pull that thing. We wrapped a rope around both arms and one around the neck, and it took 1, 2, 3 go, and trying to pull it down 200 yards. It took a solid 45 minutes to an hour just to try to drag him that far. But just an impressive creature, beautiful animal, and what an experience that was. It was, yeah, one to remember. So actually what's a cool statistic about this bear is Curtis Smiley from Vermont Big Game Trophy Club reached out to me and was asking for some pictures, and so I was able to send it over, and I asked, okay, so like I know this bear is big, and like you're wanting all this information, how big is this bear in comparison for other bow kills? And he goes, this is the 5th biggest bear ever shot with a bow in the state of Vermont. And I was just, my mind was blown by that. I knew it was heavy trying to compare it to other bear, but it was just like, wow, like this, how big of a creature this is, like that's massive. So now we get to have a pretty big bear rug in our house, and there'll be one to be able to share for forever.